So I finally figured out how this was working, and I was not logged in to my recording thing. So ha 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 ha. After 6 times, an hour of my life wasted, here it finally is. Sorry it's taking so long. Once again, I'm sure you guys will get over it. So 3-3, solving inequalities using multiplication and division. So once again, the same thing we've been doing. We're just going to take a step, either multiplying or dividing, and you guys know how to do this, so let's jump right in. So my first problem, I have x divided by 3 is less than -2. Okay, so once again, the opposite of dividing by 3 is multiplying both sides by 3. So multiply both sides by 3. So my 3's cancel, and I'm left with x is less than -6. Okay, so when I graph this, put -6. Oh, what is that symbol? That is nasty. -6, and then I put 0. Okay, my circle, I'm going to do a color, is open, and then I'm going to shade the direction it's pointing, so I'm going to shade that way. Okay, very, very basic stuff. It's just we're taking it one more step, and we are doing multiplication. So I have c divided by 8 is greater than 1/4. Okay, the opposite of dividing by 8, of course, is multiplying by 8. So I multiply both sides by 8. My 8's cancel, and I'm left with c is greater than, well, 8 times 1 is 8. 8 divided by 4 is 2. Okay, I draw my number line. Okay, so I have 2 and I have 0. Okay, then I go up here real quick and change colors, and I draw my circle on 2. It's open because it's just greater than, so it's an open circle because there's no line here. Okay, then it's pointing this direction, so I shade that direction. Okay, if you want to put a test point in, 3 is greater than 2. Is 3 shaded? Yes. Okay, so very, very basic stuff. You guys know all of this. We're just taking it one more step and using multiplying. Okay, so when I go down here to problem 2, and then okay, so guys, when I get to problem 2, I have -3 over 4w is greater than or equal to 3. Okay, so I have my fraction here. So to get rid of the fraction, we want to multiply by its reciprocal. So that's -4 over 3. So I times it by that, and I also times it by 4 over -3 on this side. Okay, my 4's cancel, my 3's cancel. A negative times a negative is a positive, so I just have w. I have 3 times -4, which is -12 over 3. Okay, now, since we are multiplying by a negative reciprocal, this is just a rule in inequalities, okay? When you are dividing by a negative number, which is technically what we're doing, okay, we have to flip our sign, okay? And we'll go over more of this in class, but when it's basically when you're dividing by a negative or you're multiplying by a negative reciprocal, okay, those are the two times we have to flip our sign. So we get that w is less than or equal to -4. Okay, so I draw my thing here. I got -4 here. I have 0 here. And so we want a closed circle this time, right? Because we have the equal then sign. And we're going to go this way. Okay, so on got it 2, I've got -n divided by 3 is greater than -1. So I can multiply both sides by 3, multiply both sides by 3. So I have -n is less than -3. Okay, well, I want to get rid of my negative sign. Okay, so in order to do that, I have to divide by -1, divide by -1. Okay, and when you divide by a negative, you flip your sign. So my negatives go away, and I have n is greater than 3. Okay, when you divide by a negative, you guys see how my sign randomly flipped. Okay, that's because I divided by a negative, and that's just, once again, one of those things we have to remember. Okay, so we draw our graph here. I have 3, I have 0, okay, and then I want to go here and I want to open circle, right, and we shade this way. Okay, all the answers above 3. Okay, hopefully this makes a little bit of sense for you. Hopefully this makes a little bit of sense. Okay, so now let's jump down here to problem number 3. So let me make sure you guys can see that. Okay, so you walk your dogs in your neighborhood after school. You earn $4.50 per dog, so that's 450x. How many dogs do you need to walk to earn at least, okay, at least $75? So $75 is our bottom. We want to make at least or equal to, okay? So I divide by 450, okay? And then I divide by 450, okay? And so then we are x is greater than or equal to 750 divided by 450. Let me use my handy dandy calculator here. Okay, is 16.67. Okay, so when I plug this into my calculator, this is what I got. Okay, and once again, notice that I did not flip my sign because I'm just dividing. It's only when you're dividing by a negative number. Okay, negative number. So I have my lovely little thing here, and we put 0, and then we put 16.67. Okay, my circle's filled in because I have my thing here, so fill in the circle, and then we shade this way, okay? The final example, keep this video under 10 minutes. I'm sure you guys are super excited. Okay, so we go down here to 4. What is the solution to negative 9y is less than or equal to 63? Okay, so once again, remember, pick this ugly color here. Okay, I have negative 9 times y, so I divide by negative 9, divide by negative 9. Okay, so my negative 9's cancel, left with y. 63 divided by negative 9 is negative 7. But since I divided by a negative number, I flip my sign. Okay, so it was less than, now it's greater than. So I go back here, I draw my number line, and I have negative 7. Holy, what is that? That's not a number. Okay, and then we have 0. My dot is going to be filled in. Let's use pink. My dot is going to be filled in, okay, because of this symbol here, okay? And then we shade this way, shade this way. Okay, what I want you guys to do is try this last page, okay? Try this last page, okay? It just has a bunch of just random things. I promise you it'll be great for you if you actually try it. If you don't have time or you get stuck on one, we're going to go over all 6 of these in class. But I want you guys to at least try them. That way you know what is going on, okay? Have a good weekend. Stay out of trouble. You know, there's a lot of